Hey guys. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the 3D hand checkpoint 2. At this point, you should have all of your erasing done. All the sidelines are erased. And you have all of your straight and your curved lines completed. If you want to outline them, you can. Or you can wait until you're completed and then maybe go over it with a Sharpie if you want. The next thing you're going to need 3 different colored pencils. Okay, we are going to alternate a pattern of 3 colors. Okay, so you're going to want 3 color pencils, and you're probably going to want some kind of sharpener so that when they get broken, you can easily sharpen them so you don't run into that problem. I have a hard time. I'm going to wind up turning the paper just so that I can, it just works better for me when I'm coloring it. You want to stay in your line, okay? So my colors are going to go purple, green, pink, purple, green, pink. So I'm going to start with this purple, and I'm just going to go over top of the line first because that'll hopefully help keep me from going over that line because I don't want to. It's very important that you color nice and neat, okay? I don't want to see squiggles. You know, this is supposed to be completely colored in. It's not, if you want to hold your pencil, the side of your pencil, so you can cover more of your paper quicker, that's fine with me. But it should be colored nice and neat. I shouldn't see a lot of white areas inside. You shouldn't be going outside the line. This is something that it's not too much to ask that it be colored nice and neat, and it's going to help make your project look more professional in the end. Okay, so as you can see, I'm making it through. Sometimes you'll see if you've got certain, like these are watercolor pencils, so sometimes they'll get kind of dusty, like you'll see like a little bit of the dust from the colored pencil being created. Well, I don't want that to smear, so occasionally I'll just blow it off of the paper so that it doesn't smear onto the lower, the next line. Okay, and the edges are always a little bit difficult, but just try your best to make it look nice and neat because you don't want it to look messy, and you don't want to leave it white. Okay, that's my first one, so I'm going to go on to my green. Okay, with the green, as you can see, I'm going to follow along that line. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky just because I don't want to color into the next line where my finger's sticking up there. I'm going to color it like this and make sure I don't go into my next line because that's going to be pink right there. Okay. Most common mistake I've seen people make is they just do stripes straight across and they ignore their drawing. Well, in the end, that's just going to look like stripes. It's not going to look like a 3D hand, and we don't want that. So make sure you're following your drawing. So where there's a straight line, that's where there's a straight line. Curved line, you'll have your curved lines. Okay. Same thing, I'm going to go right along this line real quick. It just tends to make it stay nice and neat if you give yourself a little border line that you're not supposed to cross. Okay. Alright. So as you can see, that's the first spot where the curved line affects the drawing. I don't like that where I went over a little bit, but that's okay. My next color's purple and that's dark, so it shouldn't show. Okay, so you're getting the idea. Purple's my next color. My dog just kicked me. Try to keep those lines straight, so, you know, just because you're not using your straight edge and you're going freehand, be really careful about those straight lines. We don't want those to start becoming curved or wiggly, because if they do, it's really going to take away from the illusion of the 3D hand. Okay. We're not creating any shadow or anything like that. All we're doing is letting the straight and curved lines create the illusion. We're not adding any shading or value. This really shouldn't take you guys too long. I do want you to color nice and neat, so if that takes you a little while, if you're not usually a neat colorer, then you need to take your time. But this will be due on the 21st, so at the end of the week, this will be due. Okay. If you finish sooner than that, that's fine. But it'll only be open until Friday the 21st, because next week we'll be working on a new project, so we got to stick with our schedule. You know, if something happens with your family, or, you know, there's a reason why you couldn't complete it, you're going to need to contact me, because I'm not going to just leave it open. Like, you know, when we had face-to-face class, it was a little bit different. We didn't have to stay as structured because I was there and I could touch base with you individually if I thought you were falling behind. With this, I'm going to rely on, you know, strictly on what's been turned in to me to know whether you're falling behind. So if for some reason you don't have this done by the end of the week and you haven't been contacting me, you know, and you don't have a good reason, like, you know, someone got sick, or, you know, something happened where you couldn't work on it, or your parents haven't contacted me, then it's going to be, you know, I can't just let you slide with it. You got to stick with your due dates, okay? But if you communicate with me and say that you're having trouble, or that you've tried it a couple times and you're struggling, you can send me pictures of your first attempt, second attempt, what have you, and I can give you an extension. That's not a problem at all. But the communication has to be there. You have to talk to me and tell me you're having trouble. It can't just be, oh, I didn't feel like doing it. Something's like off with this pencil. It's just scratching more than it's coloring. Okay. Alright, so you guys get the idea. You're going to continue that pattern all the way down. okay? So my next color that I'm going to do is purple, and then I'm going to do green again, then I'm going to do pink, then purple, green, pink, all the way down to the bottom, okay? Keep doing it nice and neat like this, okay? And I'm going to, once I'm finished coloring this, I'm going to put the finished picture up so that you guys will see my example. I may even go over my lines with a Sharpie. I haven't decided, but at the very least it's going to be colored nice and neat, okay? Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions. Please don't hesitate to send me an email or a message.